Hello and welcome back to Shenzhen, IO. This time around, I just feel like we are going to be skipping this. I just don't... I don't have any ideas, you know, I don't know what I would even attempt to make. Where's the... Well, that's interesting. So I actually did a little looking just to kind of get an idea of how this thing worked. And everyone who was playing with this thing, don't worry, I didn't get like any spoiler ideas that I can just move. Like everything I saw was really complicated ideas that I wouldn't be able to remember if I wanted to. But the point is, everybody had a little controller. I guess this is like a new controller, but yeah, it didn't look like that. I'm thinking that's it now. It works like this, but so let's just do a simple one. Like if we have. Go to the accumulator. To the accumulator. So X3. Sleep 1. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. But okay. So what we have here is basically, I don't know the actual number, but it's like a 10 by 14 grid of blocks. So where is my manual? So here's what we need. So like I don't have the option to type in here, so I'm not sure exactly like I can't say segment 6. Like that doesn't work, you know. This is not how this works. So how do I... This is where my problem lies. This is my full problem right here, right now. Come on, Tom. Come here. So, let's simulate this thing. as I press these buttons, you can see that. Stop. Holding the button doesn't seem to do anything, which is weird, but you can see that the buttons are putting these values in there. But how? This is the question I've had this whole time. How do I direct to a segment? How do I tell it if I'm pressing the I key? If it's a 7, light up this segment here. That's the part I really have no comprehension of at all. So if you guys can explain this to me, and it's weird how hard it is to find information on this. Like, I legitimately can't find any information online, but just simply how this fucking piece works. Like, the only things I can find are very complicated games. Like, I have this amazing game and I like to show it to you. That's all I can find. I can't find just explain how the fucking thing works, okay? So it's a little frustrating. We may come back to that if I ever do find some instruction. But I don't know. I just simply do not know. But let's talk to Tilly here. Today I want to talk about the goofy things visitors here tend to say. Actually, just one thing. It feels like every time a certain kind of Western visitor comes to China and looks around, they go, "Wait a second. I thought China was communist. So why is everyone shopping at the store? What is up with that?" And that's when everyone around laughs because, one, the dude always thinks he's making some good observation when we've heard this at least 1 trillion times before. And two, gosh, it's complicated, okay? What's important is that so many of these guys' impressions of communist China still come right out of the 1970s, and they are so surprised when they get here, like they had no idea that things were changing dramatically here this whole time. Well, hey, you haven't been sitting around doing nothing since Nixon, and neither have we. And we've built more than just the factories where all your smartphones and game consoles come from. The world is changing, fellas. Empty your mind, don't cling to your old ideas. I believe in you. Okay? Okay. And as for our job this time around, Carl says, "I'm wrapping up a project to make a game console and could use some assistance. Before you get too excited, it sounds far more fun than it actually is. The console is just a tiny super cheap box we're making for Sleep Cubes, the big Japanese what the fuck? The big Japanese capsule hotel chain to stick in every pods. The games will just be some free dross they find, I'm sure. At any rate, I've got most of it done. I just need a module for the little wireless controller that comes with it. I ping you, you tell me what's going on, nothing more than that." I do remember this one a little bit. So, we've got these inputs coming, and this is an output. No, I got that wrong, actually. This is the input. Input, 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 input. These are all coming in this is also coming in. So, when this signal comes in, which I'm pretty sure is typical, oh man, this is gonna take a minute. So only if it's asking, do I want to send anything. Okay. So, first things first. Move X1 to the accumulator. Wait, no, I don't even need to do that. I can just test. Test if X1 is equal to -1. If it is, PO XO, P1 to XO. Okay. So that should, yeah, that works for the joystick right there. That's all you need for the fucking joystick. So now, now we have a problem because we don't really have the connections. Maybe if we just move to this, it'd be okay. Yeah, let's chop that down. Let's bring this in. Okay. So again, that works for the joysticks. Now, what I also want to do how does this work? If it's B, it's 2. Okay, so is A being pressed? Is A being pressed? If yes, no. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. If yes, add 1. Test if B1 is being pressed. If yes, add 2. Move ACC to XO. Sleep 1. Okay. A little bit of trouble here. This is just physical design right now. We need to just figure out. This needs to definitely be here. Probably not the cleanest way to design that, but it works. Okay. Move X3 to the accumulator, and then also, if yes, move accumulator to XL. Perfect, I think. That should do it, right? Let's look here. This one is A being pressed. If it is, it's a 1, okay? So if we look at the information here, if neither is being pressed, it's a 0. If A is being pressed, it's 1. If B is being pressed but A is not, it's 2. If both are being pressed, it's 3. So if A is being pressed, we add 1. If it's not, we add a 0. If B is being pressed, we add 2. So what this does, I feel like I'm explaining this, I'm over-explaining it. But yeah, we're not going to get 1 or 3 if A is not being pressed. and A is only equal to 100 in 1 or 3. So we're either going to get 0 if A is not being pressed, and B is not being pressed, we'll get 0. If A is being pressed, we'll get a 1, and then a test if B is being pressed. And if B is not being pressed, we get a 0, so we stay at 1. If it is, we will get a 2 and jump to 3. But if A is not being pressed, we'll be at 0. We'll skip 1, we have no way to get to 1. But then if B is being pressed, we'll get a 2, and that's where we'll be. So, is A being pressed? It is, add 1. It's not, is B being pressed? If it is, add 2. Move the result, whether it's 0, 1, 2, or 3, move that out to here. This thing, first off, testing, is the console waiting for a response? That's test number 1. If it is not, the only thing we do, we move the value of A and B into the accumulator, and then we go to sleep. That's it. And that's just so it doesn't jam. If this is sending something out, it needs to be read somewhere else or it'll jam. If the console is waiting for a response, we will move the value of X out, the value of Y out, then we do the move. Regardless, we still do this move from A and B. And again, if the console is waiting for a response, we will move the value that we got from here out. And that should be it. I think we're done. Oh, what happened? It worked for the first 2. I think I have to clear it. Yes, alright. Move ACC 0, and then just clear it. Move 0 ACC. That's it. Just clear that after the fact, and we're good. Yeah, forgot to clear the accumulator after the fact. Dump the data. But we're good. That was actually really quick and easy. I thought I would struggle with this one. I remember having some struggles with this one. And I'm pretty good with that. Production cost, around the average. Could do it better. Power usage, I don't really understand what power usage... I don't know how to take power usage down. I thought it was like directly with lines of code. I did it in 13, which is pretty fucking sweet. My best was 21 before that, so that's pretty cool. But I don't know how to take power usage down. But we did it. We got the job done. Carl says, thanks mate, I owe you one. You just helped make thousands of dead tired salesmen marginally happier. That is, if they actually find the console and use it to play a game before passing out. And we have one more here. Are you lonely? Do you feel isolated and disconnected from the world? Scientists have shown that a lack of real-life ties to others can lead to depression, which in turn can negatively affect performance at work. Don't let the lack of human interaction reduce your effectiveness. Virtual friends from buddy bots are quality friends nearly indistinguishable from real people. Our characters are developed by the world's top personality designers and are completely customizable. So whether you want a supportive presence to help you through a difficult time or a flirtatious sidekick to banter with throughout your day, you are covered. Subscriptions are flexible and competitively priced with other bot companion services. Stop being lonely, feel the connection, and become a top contributor to your company's success. So that is all we have time for, ladies and gentlemen. Tag you it. This is one of the ones I never figured out. This was the one that I had 2 chips to determine whether you are alive. And then I think I had 2 more chips to determine if you are alive and firing? No, I think it was 2 more chips to determine if you had ammunition. While firing. And then what I needed, all I needed was the space for 1 more chip, just to put the 2 together, to say yes, he's alive, and yes, he has the ammo to pull the trigger. And I just didn't have the physical space for that chip. So Obviously, there's a different way to do it that I was not doing, but laser tag, not cool. Cool, Dad. What is this one? The Light Up Vapes. This is one, again, this is one I couldn't figure out because I didn't really know how the expo system worked. But now I think I do. Now I think I understand this one. This one I think I can actually do now. So I'm not too worried about that one. I think this is the one that was on that map I showed you. Let me see if I can locate that quickly. There. I think that's this. I believe it is this thing, so they're just looking for where is the resonator, I believe. And I also believe that's one that I just didn't quite get to. Just this one I failed because I ran out of lines of code. I needed it to check so many different things. So this one is also going to be a bit of a struggle, but I am optimistic that I will figure these out this time around. If I do not, well, that'll be a bit embarrassing. But anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching this one. I will see you on the next one. Take care.